yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Born and dead, saved by love, count my blessings from above. Though in darkness, have no fear. Light will shine on those holding near. They know that sorrow they will pass. For I know in this life there will be something. But remember that love, yes it will. Love will reign. Yeah. Love will reign. Yeah. In my heart, I believe it. Love will reign. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Have a vision. It's clear and plain. People living life, smiling again. Oh, see the children, they know no pain. Far from pressure, stress and strain. Oh, sorrow, they will pass. For I know in this life there's gonna be some pain. But remember that love, yes it will. I know. Yeah. Love will reign. Gotta believe it. In my heart, I truly believe sun will shine again. And love, I can hardly wait. We'll all be together. There'll be peace, peace, sweet peace, happiness and joy forever. Oh, yeah. One day, someday, pain will be over and love will reign. They won't last, for I know in this life there's gonna be some pain. But in the end, love will reign. Yeah. Love will reign. Said it in His word. Weeping may endure the night. Love will conquer all. Love will win the fight. So don't be discouraged. Don't be dismayed.
Don't see what I'm looking for on the Love and Stuff page. Looks like it kicked us off the Love and Stuff page. I can't imagine that. Well, I got to share the Love and Stuff page. That's not cool. Alright, let me just check to make sure you can hear my sound. And I'll have to okay. this is a link to join me. Hopefully you'll get to see that across platforms. All right. And I'm going to share this to the Love and Stuff page because it's not live there. That's what I get. Being on the go. So much fun. All right, here we go. Okay, here we go. All right. Hold on. Here we go. Okay, it's posting there, and then I'm gonna come off of it so I can have more bandwidth. So I am getting out live. So this is all right. Those that are viewing, click hello, say something so I can make sure you can hear me because I'm operating on a different device from the benefit of not having. Let me try this other device to see me. Okay. Yep, you can hear me. All right, I'm gonna keep going. All right, so there's some folks joining, and I appreciate it. I'm not live. Instagram, I apologize to my Instagram crew. I'll try to do some of the groups attached stuff page on TikTok stuff. It's called Inside Love in the month of July and all about getting into nature. So I decided that all month long, and today I'm going on my iPad that I bought off TikTok. So this will be the test as to whether or not this is something that you should purchase. Jeremy Haynes is joining. I haven't seen him in a long time. Click share and tag some people over there in Texas to join us. All right. So I've asked people inside Love and Stuff, and I put the link there for you to click on the link because I want you to come join me and tell me what's your favorite spot that you would recommend to people when you want to get outdoors. Well, I'm going to tell you a little bit about this spot that I'm at, and there's a guy who just is nosy, I think, and just put so that his music can be heard in the background of my recording. So in the event you hear music, it is a gentleman who's pulled up in his fancy luxury car and pulled just to see what I'm doing. So I guess years ago, feels like it's been about it feels like it's been about almost 18 years ago, working for the city of Detroit as I do now in human resources. One of my was then it was the General Services Department. This is state. So, and each summer we hired hundreds of people to support our seasonal and special service efforts. Our seasonal efforts were to beautify our parks on a regular rotation and to ensure that people could enjoy those landscapes and parks. And I got a call at approximately 8 o'clock in the morning about an accident that had happened in one of our parks. And I wanted to make sure that uh, I was the kind of and am the kind of HR person that liked to be in the center of the business, to understand the business and to flow the people, processes, and things to the business. So that's what I was doing. And there was a gentleman who led it. His name is Lee Stevenson, and we are great friends. He calls me son to this day, and I got to call and check on him. Anyway, he called me and said, "There's been an accident in the park. What should we do?" I said, "Well, what exactly happened?" And he described employees had fallen asleep on the. It appeared that maybe he had gotten overheated equipment, and secondaries fell off the equipment, and the equipment ran him, including this man's family. And when I got there and security was there, this man's brother and called his mother on the phone, and I got a chance to speak with the mother briefly. And I'll never forget it. It was the second kind of fatality that I had dealt with and been on the scene for in human resources, the first with the city. And I had never been to this park before then. As a matter of fact, I don't even think I knew the park existed. And as I was saying, I used to get involved in the inner workings of the department. That way I could better service them. And so I thought I had gone to most of the parks. I had written out to parks with Lee Stevenson. I don't know if I should say his name, but I had written out to parks with him, and it showed me all of the things I might need to know about a park, things I didn't think I needed to know. And he had even taken a group of us to Chicago to see the parks, how they were done there, the park system. So, beautiful park that it's a pretty large park in general when you think about parks. And it's called Eliza Howell. People who live in this area or who live in Detroit may know it. And it's a pretty active park. A lot of different activities happen in the parks. But I had never been to this one. And I was actually, I won't even say I was 10 yards from the area of the tragedy. The security and Myosha wouldn't let me go closer. Some parts of the body have been dismembered because of the cutting blade. It's, you know, and but I wanted to be there in case other employees had come out there, or again the family. And I won't go into the conversation I had with the mother, but she was distraught, as was the brother, and of course wanted to get to the body. How could something so terrible, so horrible, so tragic lead me to reflect and enjoy something so beautiful? And sometimes in life, Mary Thompson is here, the great Mary Thompson. Hey, sis. Sometimes the most tragic, traumatic events can bring you to some beautiful places. I don't think that I would have happened upon Eliza Howell. I don't really live in the area, don't really frequent the area. But again, because I tried to stay abreast of the properties that were under the responsibility of general services, maybe eventually I would have ridden through the park or someone would have taken me through the park. But I happened upon what is a beautiful park, and I often come here just to reflect and be thankful for life, realizing there was a person whose life was cut off so quickly. He was gone, and we don't, to this day, no one was there to know the circumstances, and that's part of the challenge, right? Making sure our employees are safe and practicing safety and all of those things, and not casting aspersions on his blessed memory or any actions of supervision. Not my role. But a place that it had holds the memory of such a tragedy. I could go to the area right now that I remember that they horned off, that they tried to say, Mr. Holmes, you go everywhere, but you can't go in here. And I had met the employee, I'd hired all the employees, and I was the kind of HR person that remembered all my seasonals' names. Probably I could still see them and call them by name today. It's a gift from God that I have, I believe, and I hope I don't ever lose it. I typically don't forget a face and name, and I connect the two. But I can still see the area. I can see where the tractor was. And yet now I have built a ton of new memories. And oftentimes when I just need to get away, now the bugs are trying to come. Times when I need a place of solace, times when I want to steal away from what's happening in the outside world, times when I'm upset or disappointed or mad, angry, times when I feel betrayed or alone or isolated, times when I feel great joy and great peace and great calm, I steal away to Eliza Howe Park. They've made some improvements to the general park in that they kind of fixed the lanes and added bike lanes and try to slow down people from trying to race through. So they have those bumps, speed bumps. And they have a skate park that if my bandwidth allows me, I'm going to put a little water here. If my bandwidth allows me, I'm going to take you over there. At least I'm going to show it to you. And I want you to click that link and come join me and tell me, where are you? And where is your special place? All month we're going to be getting out. The next 3 Tuesdays, I hope to get to restaurants or events or things that are happening outdoor, and I want to hear from you about the places that I should go and meet you, some of you who will get out. I just want you to get outside, take in the deep breath, take in the fresh air, maybe connect with someone else or connect with nature, as I am to some degree doing. So I'm going to put, I don't think I can carry all of these things, but I'm going to, I believe. And then I'm going to take you over to the skate park and come back. And this will be probably an abbreviated one, but I want to hear from you. Mary Thompson, Jeremy Haynes. Of course, because I'm using my hotspot, I can't see who's on TikTok. So you got to, and I can try to go back to see. Not so sure. People are starting to pull up, so I'm going to see if I can. Park. So I'm going to turn the camera around. So here, so as you can see, I'm heading to the skate park. I'm at Eliza Howe. And I hope it stays stable. All right, so I'm going to, hope you can see the skate park that's here. I didn't bring a skateboard. I haven't skateboarded in years, but I wanted to bring you to at least one of the areas. You're going to hear music because I think I just attract people because there was nobody at first. Now they're like, what is this guy doing? So I'm going to take it over to here. And I guess I'm going to have to cross into the grass. I'm connecting with nature, as you can see. You can see the skate park. You can see so this is where you skateboard. You can skateboard up this. I'm not going to walk on it, but you can see it. It's a skate park. It's for your skateboard. Some people probably roller skate on it too. Just want to show you. You can see it. see this one here. See it? See it there? And this is the. I'm gonna walk up this one though. I really wouldn't, because they jump and skate down these. And see this one? See that one? How they do that? Just want you to see all of them. And this park also often has deer too. So I'm trying to let you see all of the things. I may to the other side because oftentimes I'm parked there. It just seems to be more traffic than usual, um, more bugs than usual. I want you to be able to see everything. And if you want to come and show me where your spot is, I'd love for you to do that. So this is one of the parks. This area used to have swing sets, but they decided to make it a skating board, which I think is good in general. And some days I see a lot of people populate it. Now I don't see anything. I don't know if they used to have a water fountain there, but it doesn't look like that's what it is anymore. I'm going back across the grass. And as you can see, I'm going back. Kind of quiet as I'm walking, but I'm going to turn the camera back around as soon as I get back to the car. Let's see, how can I? Okay, I turned it back around. There we go. And that's just one of the things that works for me. Getting into nature. If there's been a fresh cut, I might even walk in the grass a bit. It's a way of just reconnecting with the beauty of what God has made. Now, you can do this in your backyard. You can do this on your porch. You can do this on your patio. I choose not to just do it on my porch. I need to sweep my porch. But I do it because it's a way for me to realize I'm connected to something greater than me. I am. I am. I just shared the story and click share about Eliza Howell and why I come here and uh, for moments of peace and solace and to reconnect. I think being in nature, Sandra, it helps you to connect with the things that God made in their purest form. And I think it also reminds you that there's somebody bigger than you and I. And that as big as your problems seem, as big as your issues seem, that they are not bigger than the one who created the world. And so it gives me a sense of purpose and hope. It rejuvenates me, refreshes me. And I want to hear from you all, just like you, Sandra. I ask people to be in their favorite outdoor spot or come on and just share. Click that link so you can come into the studio live to share what your special place is. What's your special place? I hope that wasn't a teardrop or a bird. Lord help. Okay. What's your special place? Again, TikTok, I'm not seeing your comments, so and I know it'll be tough to because Sandra said amen. So what's your spot? What's your spot? Share your spot. It's funny because now cars are starting to come and park where I am. I think they're just wondering, oh, he's videoing. What is he doing? So there was one car. Now there are 6, which I think is interesting. But I wanted to come and to get out. And you can drop in the comments, what are the places that you would want me to do next week? So the next several Tuesdays, we're getting outside. And I'm going to go to the places that you all say I should go. Maybe it's a restaurant you want me to try, or some poetry or museum, or another park or place that you get outside to. What is the outside for you? You know, we spent so much time, and I think I lagged behind most people. The pandemic was so traumatic for me, and it was so tough to navigate working um, both places and seeing people pass away, you know, a lot of loss. And so I stayed in I think a little bit longer than maybe the average person does. And most people are fully back outside. I was thinking about many of you who went to the Raymond and Brown. I don't know if that's the name of the concert, but a lot of you went to see Chris Brown and Usher. And I have gone to concerts, but I am kind of, you know, what kind of stuff is happening, even though it's herd immunity in large concerts. But I love the opportunity. Sandra is saying my special place is my screened in back porch, especially when it's raining, not storming. Something about the sound of rain, so relaxing. I love that. I love that. And I don't want to delve too deeply into that, um, though I invite you to. Uh, does the rain ever make you think that it washes away the problems? Do you find symbolism in some of that? Does it make you feel like, you know, we need rain to grow? Remember the song we used to sing, if you never had any rain, then you would never grow. Right? Gave me a song in the midst of the storm. I remember that. I should tag Ursula and have her sing a little bit of that. But the rain can be soothing. It can, as you said, relaxing. It can help you reset, restart. And I think that's a part of getting into nature. Whether or not you go, you know, I promised myself this summer that as I get out, I'm going to make it to some beaches on Fridays. So I'm going to do half a day and go to the beach. Because there's something about putting your feet in the sand or sitting at the water. There's something about listening to the water, right? Rain and otherwise, that just centers you. And so I'm trying to encourage you all to get out for a solo with cast. Okay, come on. I'm trying to get you to center yourselves and get outside and get connected. Really get connected, because whatever life is bringing you, and listen, I am not unfamiliar to life bringing me some tough stuff and me bringing some tough stuff to life. But whatever that is for you, that you can spend some time connecting with the Creator, the quintessential love in what He created, all of nature. And He made it and said it's good. And it's good for you, it's good for me to get in it and connect with it, so that we kind of center ourselves, is the word I want to use. We put ourselves in a position that we're not overwhelmed by what's happening in the world. We're not overwhelmed by what's happening in our world. but that we break free from this chain, break free from these things that hold us from getting out into what is destiny for us, getting out into what is creative space for us, that we've been called to create, to dominate, to have dominion over, something worth thinking about. And so I want to encourage you. That's why I'm getting out. I'm going to hang around for a few more minutes. It's going to probably start to get a little dark. Um, but I wanted to bring you to a place that I love to come to. And again, I didn't know Eliza Howe existed. Do you hear me what I say? Now, again, in human resources, maybe 18 years ago, it feels like maybe a little longer, my role, at least as I see it, my role was an HR business partner. I understood the business of recreation, the business of general services. And for general services, I helped to create the department. So I really had to understand the business of it, right? But I understood the business of it, and I wanted to go and be involved. And people said, oh, you're getting too involved. The department's not going to have the same respect. You have to keep, your distance. I said, no, they're going to respect me because I know they're not going to be able to pull over me in a grievance and say something that I know isn't true. Or when they're talking, they're going to know I respect what it takes for them to maintain this 15-day and 10-day cutting schedule. And it'll mean something different to them because I respect and have an appreciation for the work that they do. And so it wouldn't have been uncommon for me to go to a park and to know which parks were priority 1, priority 2, priority 3. They had different cutting schedules, different rotation schedules. It would be nothing for me to know that. But I had never been to Eliza Howe, and the executive manager over grounds maintenance had personally driven me out to various locations. So much so I used to tease and say, I need my own vehicle because I need a vehicle so I can just go out. At that time, people had take-home vehicles. I didn't have one. And he said, oh, anywhere you need to go, just call me. I'll tell people to come pick you up. I'll tell them to take you wherever you need to go. And he literally did that. And I'm grateful for those experiences. I remember some mornings I couldn't get out because of the snow. I said, oh, I don't know if I can make that meeting. He said, hold on. So-and-so's coming to get you. They're going to plow you out and come get you. And it was great. Those were great times. And I got to know a lot of the people from work from those times. But again, I had never been to Eliza Howe Park. It's on the west side of Detroit. I won't say northwest. It's more west than north at all. And sits right at the foot of Retford, just about. Or at the opening of Retford, however you want to look at that. And I was called one morning to come because a young man who I had hired as a seasonal, who had been a seasonal over a couple seasons. I'm looking down there, there's a deer down there. I don't want to startle it, so I won't, maybe I'll get a chance to get closer. But this young man went out to the park and was cutting alone, or cutting an area, understand it. And I don't think he had been feeling well before he came up to cut. And he ended up either falling asleep or losing consciousness, and the machine, the cutting apparatus, decapitated him and kept going around in circles until it had totally dismembered him. It was very unfortunate. I came to the site thinking that I was going to keep other employees who knew him from coming and trying to get to the scene. Of course, security had gotten there, safety had gotten there. My OSHA came after me. And my security person said, no, I can't let you go down there. Bless his memory, Raymond Tyler, who is now deceased, one of my angels at the city. He was an angel to me. Raymond Tyler was an angel to me. Uh, he wouldn't let me have grievance hearings with employees. He said, I got to be in there because, Mr. Holmes, you think you big, but you about this big. Those employees got to you. I never had a situation where an employee tried to get to me, but maybe they thought about it. But he said, no. He said, what are you doing here? Okay, stand over there. Don't you move from over there. Don't you come over here. And I told him, I think this man's family is going to come. And some of them did. And I was able to speak with the young man's mother on the phone. And of course, she was distraught. It was a tragic time. And I was saying I could walk you to the area where it happened. I'm not going to do that today. But it became a place that I found a tragic situation. And I hope that I hope that's not lost on you, that sometimes we're met with traumatic and tragic situations, and out of them come beautiful things, reflections, and spaces. So this has been a green space that I have come to. I'm going to pan the camera a little bit again. It's a green space that I've been to. I don't know if you can see the green. Trying not to show anybody's car. It's a beautiful green space. And I don't want to, I was going to show you but you get the idea. This is just one section of the park. So this was my start to the month of getting out. Now I'd love for you to share, like Sandra did, about your favorite space. And if you are in the Metro Detroit area or you've lived in this area, drop in the comments or inbox me the places that you think I should go on the 14th, 21st, and 28th, so that I'll ask you all to join and meet me in those places. It'll be bring your own whatever. So it's not on Love and Stuff, sorry. But if we work something out with a place to do some kind of hors d'oeuvre, something, we'll let you know in advance. But outside of that, drinks on you. But to meet us and to just share connection, share space, share those moments and reflections that help to make outside what it is. Outside, I think, lets you inside. Outside lets you inside on this fact that you are not alone and that you're a part of something great that God created, that you're connected to all of the things that He created. And He said those things were good. So I'm hopeful that you'll share space and time with me as you have shared in this moment. See, I'm scratching because I don't like bugs, really don't. But I'm hoping that you'll share space and time with me so that we can enjoy this beautiful space. It's beautiful, beautiful space. Okay? So, I know, Sandra, but you can always drop places. You can share that, and then when we go live, you can say, tell me how that place is, right? Sandra is a native Detroiter, one of my friends from 40 years. It's been 40, let's see, how old are we? It's been 42 years. Yeah, I think it's been 42 years. So I've known her for over 4 decades. And she now lives on the East Coast. So I would love some of your suggestions of places that we can go. I am at Eliza Howe Park, and it is winding down and starting to get a little bit cool. I'm watching my surroundings. It's getting a little dark, is what I was saying. Not really cool. It's probably in the low 80s right now, and I am enjoying a space that I normally come to. Like I said, I come sometimes on anytime I have an opportunity. Normally not on Tuesdays because I'm doing love and stuff. But some Mondays I'll get here. Sometimes after church on Sundays I'll come. Some Saturdays I'll come. When my schedule was slightly different, at some Fridays I would come. Years and years ago, when I worked in another area of human resources, I had different satellite offices, so I got to come and have lunch. And I just thought it was a beautiful space that I had never known of, that held such a traumatic memory. Like I said, only twice in my career in human resources. There's a deer. I hope I dug it. Have I been on the site or experienced a fatality? Only once at the city. And yeah, I don't know if I can get this deer real quick. It's kind of far away now. I don't even know if you can see it. I'm kind of far away from the deer. It's two deer. It's a family of deers. I don't know if you can really see them from here. And I don't know how to make this bigger. Yep, I can't. I don't know if you can see them. I'm not sure you can. But, so this is one of my places. I have other parks. Years ago, I would go down to Mount Elliott Park. Actually, I think it's called Mount Elliott Parkway. Not so sure. I'll have to check that out. Check with my recreation friends. And I used to go early morning once a month and have prayer and meditation down there. And a group of us would go from my group Koyana Days. We would go there every month for prayers. I'm watching my surroundings. I am. It's getting darker, so I'm coming to the. I'm gonna have to wind it out at Eliza Howe. It gets a lot of traffic of all types. So. But there's something generally peaceful about this property. And again, it has a lot of traffic at different times throughout the day and week and weekend. But generally, you can find a spot in space and not be bothered and reflect, connect, watch the deer. Think about the deer, of course, comes, Autumn's going to say you're so churchy. As the deer panteth by the water, think about what you're longing for. For me, it's the quintessential love. Someone was asking me yesterday, are you longing for love? Yes, more of the quintessential love. And if he says there's some other love I should have, I'm going to capitalize on that, but I'm content with the pursuit of the quintessential love. Now, that doesn't mean there isn't space or room for other love, but that's my first passion. That's my first thirst quencher. And so I can reflect on that as I'm seeing the deer Deer are looking for places that they can graze and drink. They're not bothering anybody. They're looking for a place that they can pant by the water, right? They're looking for a source of sustenance. And sometimes just reflecting on that thought can get you to thinking about, what are you longing for? Or are you longing at all? Have you lost your fire, your fervor, your passion? What are you willing to do to get it back? It's really a place that you can have deep introspection, practice gratefulness, or just sit in solitude. It's a place where I can play music and listen. I can sing if I want to. Of course, I can sing at home, but all of these things are beautiful things, wonderful things that I am so grateful for. So, I want to thank you for being here with me. It's 9:23. For those of you that are on TikTok, okay, I ain't gonna stay long. A fly tried to get in my mouth, and a fly tried to bug tried to bite me on the lip. So this ain't gonna work very well. Okay, so that ain't gonna work very long. But I'm grateful. I should have sprayed some easy off. Not easy off. Yeah, maybe it is easy off. Off, not easy off. Easy off is the opposite. Okay, so thank you for joining me. I hope that you will Autumn knows I'm having a fit because I'm feeling like that ain't a bug, but I'm feeling like I got a bug. Protein. I hope that you will consider this month and get out. Now, some of you will get out and go to Dubai. Some of you will get out and go buy shopping. I hope that in your travels this month that you will pause to get into nature. Even if you're like me, you don't want to just sit in the grass and get eaten up. But you might put your feet through the grass. You might garden. You might cut your grass. You might trim your trees. You might just sit in a lush space, right? Take a moment to enjoy it. Reflect on it. Connect. Let it feel you. And if you're open to it, let it heal you. Because the quintessential love has created the space for us to have dominion over and to enjoy. As you can see, it's starting to darken. I want to thank you so much. We're at 9:25, going to end a little early. And I was saying, those of you on TikTok, I have 26% left on this iPad. So I started at 80%. So see, in an hour it went down, but I'm using it to stream. And so I just purchased this refurbished one and said I was going to give a review on it. So I'll come with more reviews about it. Now, I hope that you'll click share, invite others to join the conversation about what does it mean to get outside? What does it mean to connect with nature? What does that mean? What does that mean to get outside and to connect with nature? Okay? What does that mean? All right. Have a grateful night and thank you so much.